Hey dear friends, so welcome back to my channel. This is Gerald Beya for Alnet.Spanish. So this is our lesson number 88, and so we're going to continue with our revision. So I have once again to tell everybody that I haven't been studying for 4 months approximately, and so 3 days ago I decided to get back to my Spanish language learning, and so now I'm revising one unit at a time. Uh, so we did unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4, and so now we're going to see what unit 5 is all about. So we're going to do many units in one recorded lesson. So maybe we can do 3, maybe we can do 4. We'll see how many we can do. It will all depend. It will all depend on how much you'll have to review and assimilate and so on. So without further delay, let's get started. So let's roll, dear friends. Unit 5 guidebook. Say where people are from. So, ¿de dónde eres Juan? Where are you from, Juan? So, de dónde is where are you from? So, where from? De dónde. Donde, it's just where, but de dónde is where from. Eres is the verb. Estar, yes, to be. So, de dónde eres? Actually, it's not estar, it's the verb ser, because I am soy de, so it's not estás, it's eres. So, it's the verb ser. You might remember, so maybe you remember that in Spanish there are two verb to be, estar and ser, just like in Italian also there are two verbs for the verb to be, essere and stare. Yeah. So yeah, one is used for cases where it's something permanent, and like this car is yellow, uh, and the other one is just for location and something temporary, like how are you doing. So if today you're tired, cansado, cansada, maybe tomorrow you will not be cansada. So estoy cansado, I am tired, pero no sé si voy a estar cansado en la noche o en la sierra. So let's move on. ¿De dónde eres? Remember, where are you from? Juan, soy de Cuba. Soy de Cuba. So, soy de Cuba. Pedro es mexicano.
Pedro es mexicano.
So, mexicano, Pedro es mexicano. So, there are two ways to say your nationality. I think in Spanish you say nacionalidad. Nacionalidad. So, soy mexicano, soy francés, soy inglés. Yeah. So, soy de Cuba. Soy cubano. El niño es cubano. La niña es cubana. So of course it has to be in agreement with the gender and the number. And so yes, you can say yo soy de Cuba or soy cubano. It's the same. You can tell where you're from or your nationality. It's as you like. So the tip here is about adjectives. In Spanish, the endings of adjectives depend on the gender of what they describe. So that's why I said it has to be in agreement with both the gender and the number. So Miguel es americano. Yeah. So he is American. And Ana es americana. So as you can see, the O, A, the ending changes. Nothing new. Another tip is me llamo duo. So in Spanish we say me llamo, and me llamo is used to say my name is. It literally means I call myself. So Literally, it means I call myself me llamo, but it's just a way to say my name is. And you can say mi nombre es, so my name is this, mi nombre, mi familia. Uh, how do you say this? I think the surname is mi familia, I think, yeah. Nombre, yeah, y familia. I think so. Have to review this. I forgot my Spanish to tell you the truth because I haven't been using it and I was learning some other languages. So now I decided to learn all languages at once, at least three of them. So I'm learning Spanish, Italian, and Russian. And I have to learn at least two others, Latvian and also German. Yes, so I speak more Latvian, of course, because I studied it. I had courses, but yeah, it's quite difficult to tell you the truth to try to learn all of them at once. But hopefully, I'll manage. So my name is Luna. Me llamo Luna. Mucho gusto. Me llamo Pablo. Nice to meet you. Encantado. Another way to say it. So you know how to greet and how to get acquainted with other people. So that was Unit 5. I think it's quite basic, nothing new. ¿De dónde eres tú? ¿De dónde eres? Soy de Cuba, soy de Francia, soy de Italia, soy de América, soy... Or you can say soy cubano, soy español, soy español, soy española, soy... I don't know what you are. Yeah. Yeah. Let's continue. Soy de Canada. Yeah. Unit 6. And now we are going to ask how people are. So this is good because we are going to use now the verb estar. We have seen yo soy. So that was the verb ser, to be. Estar is used when you ask people how they're doing. So hola, hi, ¿cómo estás? Hi, how are you doing? Bien, gracias. Buenas tardes. Buenas tardes is good afternoon, señora. Y buenas tardes, ¿cómo estás usted? ¿Cómo está? Very important not to put the S there. ¿Cómo está usted? So,
Buenas tardes, ¿cómo está usted?
buenas tardes, ¿cómo está usted? Y hasta mañana, hasta luego, hasta what can we say? Hasta luego, hasta mañana, hasta pronto. Pronto, yeah. Pronto is soon, whereas in Italian is presto. Señor Pérez. Hasta mañana, señor Pérez. So we have seen señora, señor, señorina also for miss. Adiós, it's another way to say bye. So hasta mañana, adiós. Nos vemos. Also, some people say just nos vemos. Hasta mañana. Ciao. Not ciao, but adios. Well, another tip here is tú versus usted. Tú is the personal pronoun for the second singular person. So it's you singular. And usted is you singular, but formal. So both mean you. And so, what's the difference? Tú is used in friendly conversations. So, Juan, ¿cómo estás tú? You can also not say tú because Juan, ¿cómo estás? They don't always use the pronombres because the pronombres are the pronouns, by the way. So they don't always use it in Spanish because it's already understood, just by looking at or hearing the ending of the verb. So estás, we know that it's for two. So ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás tú? It's like really like you want to ask something precisely. Or yeah. So meanwhile, usted is used in more formal interactions. For example, to pay respect if you're speaking to your elder, or in a formal setting, business situations, and so on. So, hola señor, ¿cómo está usted? Normally we don't ask people we don't know, like, so everything, so how are you doing? Like, we don't really expect them to say, no, I'm not feeling well, estoy mal, estoy muy mal. We don't want to hear the problems because we don't know them, and it's going to be uncomfortable, I guess. But it might be like, if you see really someone is not feeling well, going to faint, so you're gonna approach the person and you're gonna ask the person, hola señor, ¿cómo estás? ¿Está bien? So you want to make sure that it's going to be okay for him or for her. So ser versus estar. So is that exactly what I tried to explain to you? Let's now read everything together. Remember to use estar to describe things that are only temporarily true, like the location of people and things. So Manuel está aquí. So él está aquí. So he's here, but he's not going to stay here forever. So he's going to go home. He's going to go to other places. So you would also use estoy, estás, and está to talk about how people are feeling or doing. So this is just the conjugation of the verb estar. Yo estoy, tú estás, él, ella está. So that's how you conjugate it. So I think estáis, estamos, están. These are for the rest. Yeah. Yo estoy cansada. Cansada, I'm tired. But cansada, it's for a girl. Cansado for a man. So use ser for more permanent descriptions, like explaining what people is like. So mi hermano, which is my brother. Mi hermano es inteligente. He's intelligent. So it's not. He's not going to be silly tomorrow. This is something that is one of his traits. He's going to stay intelligent all his life, unless like he gets some kind of disease like Alzheimer or whatever. I don't know, but it's very unlikely. Yeah, let's say. So you would also use soy, eres, and es to say where people are from. So we have seen this: soy de Cuba, soy de America. Actually, we don't say soy de America. We say soy de Estados Unidos. Estados Unidos. That's how you say America, USA in Spanish, because actually America is a continent, and there are so many countries, so you cannot say so the America. Uh, yeah, but you have said de quien país, the from which country. So Estados Unidos de América, you can say. Yeah, that's how you say it. So soy de Canadá, soy de Francia, soy de Alemania. I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure. So let's move on. Here you have it. So yo soy de los Estados Unidos. I am from the United States. So yo soy de los Estados Unidos. Very important to use the article los here, because it's like, Estados Unidos, it's a composed name and you have to use it, and it's in plural. Yo soy de Puerto Rico. It won't be like yo soy de el Puerto Rico, but because it's plural mostly. Yeah. Yeah. Let's continue, guys. So, key phrases express travel needs. So, now it's going to be more practical, because if you're traveling to some Spanish speaking countries, this will definitely be useful. So, ¿tienes el boleto? So, do you have the ticket? Sí, yo tengo el boleto. So, tener is to have. So, yo tengo, tú tienes. So, ¿tienes el boleto? Do you have the ticket? Sí, sí. Yo tengo el boleto. Yo necesito mi pasaporte. I need, so yo necesito mi pasaporte. Um, um, mm, 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 mm. Yeah, let's continue. ¿Tienes la maleta? Do you have a suit? the suitcase. So maleta is just the suitcase. Necesita un taxi, señor? Do you need a taxi, sir? Yeah, so we see how to express travel needs. Really, that's exactly what it was all about. So, do you have this? Do you need this? Just checking. Another tip. So, the next tip is ¿Quieres más agua? The verb querer is to want. Remember that in Spanish, verbs change depending on the person. So, yo necesito, but tú necesitas. Él, ella, usted necesita. So you have to conjugate according to the subject. And notice that él, ella, and usted always have the same verb form. So it's just like he, she, it, basically in English. It's something you can compare to. And now another verb is querer, like I said, to want. So yo quiero, tú quieres, él quiere, ella, usted quiere. Okay, that was a good revision, actually. I like it very much. So we have now arrived in the at the middle, at the halfway in this recorded lesson. So we're going to move on, and I hope we can do at least 4 units. So talk about schedules, talk about your life. So now we are getting more, I would say we're getting to know each other a little bit more, and you're going to ask, like, not only how you're doing, where you're from, what's your name, como te llamas, but we're going to ask a little bit like some other questions, get a little bit deeper in conversations. So talk about schedules. So Marco, ¿qué día es hoy? So Marco, what day is today? So día, it's day. So ¿qué día es hoy? Yeah, ¿qué día es hoy? Hoy es jueves. Jueves. So we have lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves. How do you say Friday? It's sábado, I know, domingo, but jueves. Oh, I forgot this. So lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes. I think it's viernes, yes. ¿Cuándo es la fiesta? When is a party? ¿Cuándo? It's just like in Spanish, you know. But there's a song like, tell me cuándo, cuándo, cuándo. Tell me when you will be mine, something like that. So cuándo, it's when. When, so cuándo es la fiesta? When is the party? Mi fiesta de cumpleaños, so my birthday party. That's how they don't use adjective. Like here, birthday is an adjective, of course, for party, the noun. My birthday party is on Saturday. So mi fiesta de cumpleaños es el sábado. ¿Cuándo es el partido? Partido is a game. It's a match if you want. So el concierto es el sábado, again on Saturday. So el concierto, it's the concert is on Saturday.
El concierto es el sábado.
Okay, now there's another tip. Days of the week. So I try to remember from the top of my head, but yeah. Let's see together. In Spanish, the days of the week are not capitalized. That's for one. So hoy es lunes. To say on Monday or on Saturday, use el before the day of the week. So la fiesta es el viernes. So viernes, definitely it's Friday, guys.
La fiesta es el viernes.
Viernes.
La fiesta es el viernes.
Yeah. So the party is on Friday. You just throw the L in front of the name of the week, the name of the day of the week, and key phrases. Yes, that's gonna be useful. Talk about your life. Usted estudia. Estudiar is just like study. So estudiar in Spanish. Studiare in Italian. So usted estudia francés. Do you study French? So usted estudia francés. It's not estudias because it's usted. If you were to ask someone like a friend or of the same age as you, you would say something like estudias francés? So do you study French? Okay, so yo no necesito, no, sorry, yo no estudio francés. No, I do not study French. So yo no estudio francés. I don't study French. So no, like, uh, yeah, I don't study French. ¿Dónde trabaja usted? Where do you work? ¿Dónde? We have seen de dónde eres? Soy de. But if you want just to ask where, not where from, so you just say dónde. ¿Dónde trabaja usted? Where do you work? Trabajar is to work, the infinitive form of the verb to work. So yo trabajo, tú trabajas, él, ella, usted trabaja, trabajamos, trabajáis, trabajan, I think. So yo trabajo en una fábrica, which is a factory. So una fábrica, yo trabajo en una fábrica. ¿Dónde vives? ¿Dónde vives? Vivir, it's so we have seen different verbs of different categories because, for example, what have we seen? Well, estar, ser, we know. Tener, for example, tener. Tienes, yo tengo. So this is tener. Tener, it's a verb that ends with er at the end, but estudiar ends with ar, and vivir ends with ir. So this is a third group. So yo vivo, tú vives. ¿Dónde vives? Where do you live? So yo vivo in Inglaterra. Inglaterra, it's England. So Inglaterra, maybe you didn't know. I forgot actually, but yeah, Inglaterra. Well, here is another tip. Spanish sounds. There's a difference between N and this N with the tilde at the top. So actually it's ane, eñe. No, ene, eñe. Yes, ene, eñe. The first one is ene and the other one eñe. Spanish N is pronounced the same as the letter N in English. So, for example, necesito banana, like a nest. But the N with the tilde, ñ, is a little tricky. So it almost sounds like ño, ñ. So in cañón, ñ. So mañana, it's not manana, but mañana. It's something, I guess, what we call palatalized. Palatalized. It's as if you have a Y after it, after the consonant. So mañana, cumpleaños. It's not cumpleaños, but cumpleaños. Yeah. All right, guys. That was Unit 7. I really hope that this helped you to revise your Spanish, and maybe you've learned a few new things. But yeah, this is just a revision. If you want, you can review my other videos where I'm doing the exercises. So discuss about lives. Use gender agreement. So gender agreement is just like if it's plural or feminine, masculine, singular, and so on. So let's get more acquainted, and let's like plan for. Let's just make plans, for events, for meetings, and so on. So discuss about lives. Bruno, eres camarero. So what are you doing? What do you do in life? Uh, ¿Qué haces en la vida? I don't know. So, ¿qué haces? What do you do en la vida? ¿Tú trabajas como quién? No. I don't know how to ask. Like, ¿qué haces? ¿Cuál es tu ocupación? I think. I don't know. So, ¿eres camarero? Are you a waiter, camarero? No, Carmen es camarera. So, Bruno, ¿eres camarero? And he answers, no, Carmen es camarera. Yo no soy camarero, Carmen es camarera. So you are mistaken. It's the other way around. El maestro es mexicano. So he is Mexican. And la maestra es cubana. So maestro is a teacher. But I think it's a teacher, in primary school, not at the university, because it's gonna be profesor. So Jose,
José, tu hermano es
Jose,
médico.
Jose, tu hermano es médico. Is your brother a doctor? No, mi hermana es médica. So, mi hermano mi hermano no es médico, pero mi hermana es médica. Es mi hermana. ¿Quién es médica? Yo soy estudiante. So estudiante, it's a student. So in English we say I am a teacher, but in Spanish you don't use the a. So when talking about occupations, so mi hermana es médica. So you just say she's doctor. You don't say a doctor, and so on. Mi amigo es profesor. So profesor en la universidad. Yeah. At the university. Let's talk about agreement. So just how to conjugate, not conjugate, but how to, to change the endings. Words describing a noun should agree or match in their gender. So, un niño mexicano, el niño mexicana, el niño mexicano. So both niño. So un niño, el niño is just undefinite article and definite article. No biggie here. It's the same. But when you look at niña, which is a feminine noun, of course, so una niña mexicana, and you have la niña americana. You see un niño mexicano, un niño mexicano, el niño americano, una niña mexicana, la niña americana. A little bit confusing for me. It's confusing to me. Sorry. Yes, that was Unit 8, guys. So since we still have a few minutes, let's not waste this time. Let's try to do Unit 9. So in total, we would have done. No, we will do like 5 units. Yes. So yes, let's do it. Let's begin. Talk about college. Ella estudia español. So estudiar, do you remember what does estudiar means? What does estudiar mean in English? It means to study. So ella estudia español en la universidad. So en la universidad. And la universidad tiene 3 bibliotecas. So do you remember how to say to have in Spanish? So the verb is tener. So la universidad, it has. So so lo tiene 3 bibliotecas. Bibliotecas are just libraries. Maybe for English speaking people that's difficult to know, but if you speak French, bibliothèque, that's how we say it. And library, it's more like a bookshop. It's like a false cousin, really. Ana, la biblioteca tiene computadoras. Computadoras. Don't mind the puta in the computadoras because that's how they say computer. So computadoras. So la biblioteca tiene computadoras. It's a question. Does the library have computers? Sí, la biblioteca tiene 2 computadoras. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So dos, it's two. Yes, the library has two computers. Eduardo, ¿necesitas este libro? Do you need this book? ¿Necesitas? Necesitar, remember? Do you remember? To need. Yes, to need. Do you need this book? ¿Necesitas este libro?
Eduardo, ¿necesitas este libro?
Again.
Eduardo, ¿necesitas este libro?
Yes, the B sounds a little bit like a V sometimes. Libro. ¿Necesitas este libro? It's not bro. It's not like bro, bro. It's not like brother. Mi clase tiene 7 estudiantes. Mi clase, it's my class. Tiene, it has 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 it's 7. 8, 9, 10. So 7 it's 7 estudiantes. So un estudiante, un 7 estudiantes with an S. Here we have a tip. So este versus esta. So this is a demonstrative, yes, demonstrative article, I think. That's how we call it in English. In Spanish, the word for this changes depending on the gender of the noun it goes with. So, este libro es divertido.
Este libro es divertido.
So, divertido means funny, by the way. Not funny, but fun, like entertaining. Yo trabajo en esta biblioteca. I work in this library. Yo trabajo. Trabajo. Again, you don't say trabajo, but trabajo. Trabajo. It's like the B is a V. Something between a B and a V. Yo trabajo en esta biblioteca. And let's continue. So, key phrases. Describe your family. Yo tengo una familia pequeña. Pequeña is small. So, una familia is a family. So, I have a small family. Yo tengo una familia pequeña. Tener, yo tengo. Mi esposa se llama Amanda. Llamar, it's to call. So, mi esposa se llama Amanda. My wife's name is Amanda. ¿Tienes hijos? Do you have children? So, hijos, children. Again, tener, tú tienes. So, ¿tienes hijos? Do you have children? Sí, mi hijo se llama Alberto. Yes, my son's name is Alberto. Mi hija Camila tiene 5 años. So, he has 5. Remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 5 años, 1 año, 2 años, 5 años. So, you say, how many years do you have? You don't say how old are you in Spanish. That's a major difference. So please, try to retain this. Try to remember this. What about age? So that's what we're going to talk about. In English, we say I have 16 years old, but I am 16 years old. But in Spanish, you'd say I have 16 years old. So I am 16 years old, I have 16 years old. Depends in which language you're speaking. El bebé tiene un año. El bebé, it's the baby. So el bebé, that's how you say baby. And yo tengo 8 años. So we have said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 means 8. So yo tengo 8 años. I am 8 years old. All right, so great, guys. We have now come to the end of this recorded lesson, and I hope you had fun. I hope that you've learned a lot, you revised a lot, and this will help you to speak Spanish on a daily basis. Try to do it. I highly recommend. Don't do like I did. So try to speak Spanish every day, just a little bit, even if it's not possible to speak it a lot, just a little bit, just 30 minutes, 15 minutes, but keep in touch with the language. That's my tip. And Muchas gracias a todos. Gracias por sus apoyos. Y nos vemos a la próxima vez, a la próxima lección de español que usted tiene una buena cera. Adiós. Gracias. So thank you and have a nice evening, guys.